Today you are called upon to vote in the European elections, in mainland France, its overseas territories and abroad. The lesson here is clear. This is not a good result for the party that supports Europe, including the majority party. Far-right parties over the last years have been opposed to all sorts of progress brought about by Europe, protecting our borders, supporting our farmers, supporting Ukraine. These parties have gained ground across the continent. In France, they are at nearly 40% of cast votes. I have always believed that Europe, united and strong, is a good thing for France. This is a situation that is a concern for me. Demagogues and nationalists on the rise is bad for our nation, it's bad for Europe, and it is bad for the place of France in Europe and in the world. And I say this at the very time that we just celebrated with the entire world D-Day in Normandy, and in a very short time we will be hosting the rest of the world for the Olympic and Paralympic Games. Yes, the far right is bad for the French people and for the French nation. At the end of the day, I was not able to just pretend nothing has happened. There is a feverish tone in the political debate in our country recently. Chaos that is a concern to you, it's shocking to you, and I will not give it any ground. Right now, the challenges that we face, external threats, climate change and its consequences, and threats against our own unity, these threats require being clear in our debates. We need to be ambitious for our country, and we need to respect every French person. This is why, after consulting the relevant parties in line with the 12th article of our Constitution, I have decided to give you again the choice of our parliamentary future through the vote. Tonight I am dissolving the Assemblée Nationale. In just a few minutes I will be signing the decree that will call the French people on the 30th of June to legislative elections on the 7th of July for the second round. This is a grave and heavy decision, but it is a decision full of trust. I trust you, my fellow citizens. I trust in the French people's ability to make the right choice for itself and for future generations. I trust in our democracy. I wish to give the vote to the French people. That is the Republican spirit. This is far better than any arrangements. We need to cut through the chaos. I trust in France. France has always known how to come together faced with difficult circumstances, to unite rather than retreating and relying on demagogues. In the coming days, I will be speaking about the future of the nation. I have heard your message, I've heard your concerns, and I will give answers. The future, uniting, going forward, will continue to be driving forces in this political project. Today is a democratic reckoning. I am the only political leader to have no need to run for office in 2027. So I wish you to be sure of one thing. My only ambition is to be useful to this country that we all love. My calling is to serve you. I know that I can count on you voting on the 30th and the 7th. France needs a clear majority to act together. Being French means to live up to the necessity of the times, knowing what is behind a vote, acting responsibly no matter what. What I mean by that is writing history rather than being a victim of history. The time is now. Long live the Republic, long live France.